I also heard in a previous interview that you did, you got kicked out of Icon.
Yeah, so I've been trying, I don't talk about that as much anymore,
Okay.
but I like diving into it. It's just, it's kind of like, I don't know if I'll get in trouble from Icon someday for saying it, but
Okay.
yeah, like they're really strict about payment. And
Mm,
like I said, I don't come from money at all. It was very hard for me to even get past the first 2 months.
yeah.
My stepdad, on my mom's side, uh, he worked in the movie industry, so I had to like get a job decorating sets and stuff. And it was a great job, but you're working 15-hour days on your days off in between Icon, and it just got to be way too much. It was great
Hmm.
money. I was able to afford, yeah, like 2 or 3 months of Icon through that. Just for working for like 4 weeks, I could afford 3 or 4 months of that. So it was just
Nice.
like a great job, but it was too much. So I got out of that, and I was kind of like twiddling my thumbs a bit. And eventually, if you don't pay by the seventh of the month, I think they just an automatic kick you out.
Damn.
No ifs, ands, or buts. So that happened, and I was trying to, contact my parents anyway. They're like, we can't cover your rent and icon. Like, you got to figure it
Yeah.
out. And so this one this man, I'm like 19. This dude's like 35, going to the school. He moved out from Sri Lanka. I guess he was like a huge Sri Lankan rapper out there. So super successful dude. Uh, Scientologist. Didn't know that till after, but this will make sense. And he hits me up going, "Hey, like I'm having trouble with this homework. I know you're good at this synthesis stuff. Can you help me out?" I go, "Oh, actually, man, like I got kicked out of the school. I'm not going there anymore." And he's like, "What? No, I'm gonna change that." And he goes, "So I'm starting this record label, and you
No
know,
way.
I came to Icon to like kind of scout some kids, and you're one of the people that I would like to have on the label. So instead of fronting you like record label costs, how about I just pay for your
School.
tuition and you'll give me tracks?" And I was like, "What is the universe?" Like, yeah, duh, done. Easy.
That's so sick.
So I freaking like signed, I gave him 10 tracks. I'm like, "These are my best tracks. You can have them if you pay for the rest of the school." And he
Yeah.
goes, "Yeah." He's like, "The only other thing is I have this studio I'm paying for outside of Icon. It's like a fully treated room. Just I want you to use it maybe 2 days a week so I get my money's worth of blah blah blah. Like I want you to like create in like a dope place. You can bring artists in there, anything you want." I'm a reclusive producer. I don't like being in studios. It makes me feel weird. I like producing on a desk with my headphones, and I sit
Hmm.
like this close to my laptop. And I even did that at Icon. I'd sit in like a corner or like I said, like a bench. I'm not big into producing in studios. I am now, but I wasn't then.
Yeah.
Probably rephrase. So I'm saying all this because he paid for 1 month, paid for the second, which is like 4 grand, I think. And I was so just elated on that. And I'm thinking everything's all good. And he calls me. He's like, "Hey, can you come by my house this afternoon after whatever our session or class?" Cruise over to his house, and he has
Mm.
a big stack of paper. And we go into his office, and we're like sitting like it's like a like doctor patient. He's on the other side of this table. I'm in this comfy chair, and he's like,
What am I doing here?
he goes, "Hey, I'm really sorry, but I'm not going to be able to keep paying your tuition. Like I said, like I wanted you to use that studio, and you didn't use it once, and I don't think like you're serious about this." And I'm like, "Excuse me? Like I've made 30 tracks this week, like on my own doing. I didn't have to do it in the studio. I'm still working." And he's like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think this is going to work." So after 2 months, so I think I'm like halfway through the year now. I think it's like around June. But I get kicked out again because he didn't pay that
Right, because he
month,
stopped.
and I'm sitting there twiddling my fingers. And at this point, the school is like, "Yeah, dude, like nothing we can really do. Sorry." And I'm just so bummed. My
Mm.
my best friend just got accepted into Icon. He's like a year younger than me, and when we were in high school, I would kind of like show him production stuff because he was like just starting to get into it. And then push comes to shove, he kind of was like doing the same thing. Like, "Oh, I want to go to Icon too. That's what my best friend's doing. CJ seems to be liking it, so I'm going to sign up and do it." He gets in. This kid, he's pretty well off. Like his family has had money for generations. So it's like, it wasn't an issue to him. But as he gets in, he wanted to be going to the same school as me. And he goes, "Holy shit, dude, you're not." you're not in Icon anymore? Like, I just got in. I'm like, no. Told them the same thing I just told you about parents couldn't help me, and then this guy who said he could, now he can't help me. I'm not going to find a job that's going to pay me that much money.
Yeah.
Like, I'm too young. I have no experience. Uh, so I'm like, yeah, but enjoy it. Like, it's a fun school. He goes, hold on. He hits up his dad, and then his dad covered the rest of the year, 6 months up front
What?
to Icon. And they weren't, Icon wasn't going to let me in, but he literally gave them the rest of the year. And they were kind of like, well, we're not
Okay.
going to have another problem. So, okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just like to this day, I'm still incredibly, incredibly, incredibly blessed to have had those situations happen and be able to finish the school.